Years have passed since I stood here. Since then, the daemon has taken over.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wilds DLC. I know it's been a little bit, I'm gonna be honest, I have been a little bit on the, I wouldn't say stressed out, but just kind of overworked side. So I've been kind of taking time off just to kind of catch up on some TV shows. Been watching House of Dragons, which is very phenomenal. If you have not started it, obviously recommend watching the original Game of Thrones first if you decide that. But yeah, just been trying to catch up on some me time in all honesty. But we are back, and my plan is to finish this series up so that we can fully focus on God of War. Horizon Zero Dawn has been absolutely lovely. I've enjoyed this game very much. But it seems we might be coming to an end, because we are on Firebreak, which I'm pretty sure is one of the last quests in the DLC. And with that being said, we are going to continue and go talk to Aratak.
Stocked, as you asked.
And our scouts are watching for more frost claws.
Our numbers rise. 3 more hunters have passed their trials.
Okay. If you guys have enjoyed this series so far, please be sure to hit the like button. I would very much appreciate it.
But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears. Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with this course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that. I take it you haven't spoken to Araya yet?
Why should I? This is what she wanted, to return to Thunder's drum. It is her only care. So I should have known she would find a way to push aside my spear. After the Karja took my sister, not all of her came back.
What happened to Araya when she was a captive of the Karja?
As a shaman, she's adept with machines. Tracking them, stunning them. The Karja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring, where they were unleashed upon the innocent. They made her part of their blood sport. The shame she suffered beneath their pitiless sun.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding herself of the spirit, her purpose. And now that's all she has.
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the summit, but it was blocked by a great door. Some kind of cauldron, new metal. We tried to break through, but it was unflinching. We were exhausted, no way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything. I had hoped to never subject Araya to that again.
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing sacred belongs there. Machines and death, that's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Araya safe.
Your song echoes, friend.
Cool. All right. God, I'm gonna... this whole area, so beautiful. I miss looking at it. And hopefully, if Sony gets their shit together, I might be able to play the next game soon. Maybe. I don't know. It might be a year until we see that. But a man can dream, man. Man can dream. Oh wow, that is
Sure
definitely a
almost
wall.
feels like sunburn.
Okay.
Aloy, this is it. My chance to reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light. It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone ignorant of our ways, but no, not ignorant.
Are you trying to thank me, Araya?
Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right. Stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. And so have I.
Aratak told me you were a captive of the Karja for a long time. It sounded bad.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Karja changed me. They did not. They merely sharpened my focus. When all else is lost, you think about what's truly important. The spirit. The blue light. The beyond. And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him. Worried for him.
What did the war do to Aratak?
It cut away everything, until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Karja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What have I ever given him but struggle?
Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak, I don't suppose I can order you to tell me about Silence?
Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the Conclave. But you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Silence, your need is well apparent. Silence came to Ban-Ur from the distant north, a young shaman of the Owl's Watch. A remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley.
Silence was a shaman.
He was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually, an invitation to attend.
What about you? Did you trust him?
No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be. He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Ban-Ur. He met with us there, as is custom at high winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted. Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice and metal.
Yeah, that'd be Silence, all right.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. None returned. And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you. Anyone else I would warn off. But you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind, Horea. Thanks. What are we gonna find up there, Horea?
Ruins. Machines. And a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt the daemon has tried to hide the way.
Alright, time to ascend.
It hasn't been easy for you, Horea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready then? Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back. Finally, we ascend.
How? I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother! So you see, I too can call upon the power of the Old Ones.
What was this place?
The spirit once told me that this all used to be part of its domain. A fortress that defended humankind from terrible danger.
Fortress. Looks more like a machine.
Is that not fitting? The blue light often dwells in machines.
Let's just hope that some remains here.
Alright. This area looks interesting.
Metal pillars. Taller than those cliffs. I still don't like it.
Oh, kind of forget how to play this game. Turn too far.
21st, 2064. It's been 3 years since I was last here, and 12 since I was running the place. Just a skeleton crew left, confused about why I'm here. So am I. Anita wants me to find a way to suspend operations for a while, maybe a long while, and I don't know why. But from the sound of her voice, it was something terrifying. I wish I could look into her eyes, ask her what the hell she's so freaked out about, but what else is new? And don't I wish I could look into her eyes again?
Aloy? Were you listening for something?
There are memories here. Messages left by the Old Ones.
You can hear them. I envy you. What do they say?
I'm not sure yet, alright.
Here. Up and over.
Where? Oh. Kenny's Homecoming. Joshua, the return of Director Emeritus? Yes. Decent hollow title. Gina. No, bad title, and worse subject, the camera crew would die of boredom. Joshua, whatever Gina, it's still the most excitement this hell cave seen in a long time. Your standards for exciting are depressingly low. I'll squeeze what I can out of this, thanks. You always were a little sweet on Kenny. What? No way, his ears are enormous. Besides, he was too busy mooning over Anita. I want to know what he's doing here in the first place. It's not normal. He helped engineer the most advanced geothermal facility in history, then rode off into the sunset. Now he wants to check up on his masterwork. Seems normal to me. But why now? He kept poking around in the cooling facility and asking questions about Cyan. Do you think there's something wrong? Last I checked, there's been no deviation in any of our readings since the most recent microquake swarm. Maybe Kenny likes taking field trips on Faro's dime. It's been 14 years. They would have froze those accounts by now. Has it been that long? Man, I'm old. Not old, just boring. Is this after this all happened? I guess so. Keep on climbing. Up over here. There's a watcher. Strike from above.
One twist. There. Machines.
Oh shit.
At least we have the drop on them.
Do we? Can you just turn around, buddy? There we go. Sorry, my friend. Hey, don't look up here, alright? I may have just killed your buddy. It's alright, though. Sorry. I know we were running low on some stuff. Trying to loot up. Oh, shit. There's no way of really doing this silently, huh? Oh, this is awkward. Sorry? Oh shit. Watch it right there. Reach level 60. Very nice achievement. Cool.
We must climb higher, and our path will become clear.
Alright.
We can make our way.
Sorry, gotta get some looting tin. Alright, let's double check, make sure there's no things to read around here. Which there is. That kiss. Must have been sometime in the spring of 2047, about 6 months after the main facility opened. We were behind schedule and new data indicated that an incident was close, maybe only weeks away. I was exhausted, losing weight, barely speaking except to give orders. I passed by Anita in the battery depot. She looked at me and frowned, then pulled me into this room and kissed me. A long kiss, the best kind. I can still remember the feel of her hand on the back of my neck. After, she looked at me and smiled, and went back to work without saying a word. I'll never forget that moment. Her touch, her unspoken generosity. After she left the project, I spent years beating myself up for not keeping her somehow. Every time I ran into her at conference, I felt thrilled and lost and confused. All at the same time. Always hoping we might have a few drinks and, well, rekindle. It was only after I saw her on stage in a Hollow in 58 accepting the Mind Challenge Award in Austin, with Elizabeth Sobek presenting no less. Glowing and happy and fulfilled, that it dawned on me that I hadn't done anything wrong at all. I could finally see that she had what she wanted, and simply, it wasn't me. Sheesh. head up there. No other place to explore here, right? There's this. I don't know if there's anything up here, though.
There's an overlook above. It's not far.
Yes, this way.
Not much farther now.
Okay. Holy shit.
Last we were here, we fought our way through there. But machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. And I can hold my own. Even so, we could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, just for a while.
All right, I get the options. I'll follow my lead. Towers.
Alright, I like the stealthy approach. Not gonna lie, that sounds pretty lit. So that's what we're gonna do.
I went this way years ago, looking for cover in case machines came prowling. I have no doubt they're guarded now, but we may be able to stay hidden.
Fuck, there's stalkers. So far, so good. He's gonna turn around. I already know it. Eek, eek. Okay.
Shh. Nice and quiet.
Uh-huh, that's what I'm doing. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
There's chill water running through those massive pipes. Why?
We're so close. Stormbird's in the way, though. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Run! We're good.
Technically, I can't suspend the cooling system, but I can reduce the power draw so that it will be completely masked by the caldera. Masked from what? Firebreak has always been confidential for security reasons, but this would be excessive. Even before the dear departed Mr. Blevins. What could possibly have gotten Anita so worked up?
Okay. Love how they're just out there fighting right now. I just abandoned them.
Can't carry more.
I think we're good on resources for now. Assuming this is the other way. That would be the other way. I'll let them rock. Alright, so it wants me to go that way. So naturally, we're gonna go over here. Where is Araya? You know what? I don't care.
Is this a projector? Maybe to show holograms without a focus. Let's see if I can restore power. Aratak, Araya, you might see shapes drawn from light. Don't be alarmed.
It'll take more than light to alarm me.
Hollow Redux. Okay, I admit it. I watched the Hollow of the Toe 6 straight times, taking in every detail. Anita's smile, the way she giggled at her own jokes, my clumsy handoff to Cyan. Every time it played for a second, I felt like I was there again, with her, among friends, savoring our success. With diminishing returns, of course. By the 6th time, I was just staring at Anita and feeling really creepy about it. But I can be forgiven, can't I? It was the best night of my life. Besides, I'm entitled to a little nostalgia. We saved the world from fire and death, or at least suffocation by ash. So there's that, right? Okay.
Thank you for being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without our beloved director, Kenny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Hold up your glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something. This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer. Thank you, Anita, for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that, Director Chow. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number? The current count is 1,654. Wow, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without an eruption.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Araya. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
One of them AIs.
We'll have to carve through a lot of machines to get to that door.
More than the Werak could prevail against before.
Aloy will see us through.
Onward, then. Our challenge awaits. I've a score to settle with that mountain.
The geothermal plant can be suspended. Cooling system masked. Massive challenges solved. So why am I so nervous about the next part? All we need to do is install Anita's mysterious software and have a conversation. It's not even a human being, right?
Okay. Oh, gotta jump on over. Man, that is a lot of machines. We do it the silent way. I think we start with the silent way and then work towards getting loud if need be. Okay, well that failed. Alright, loud it is. That's a scorcher, isn't it? And I hate these guys. That was rather rude of you. Ow, jeez. Alright. Okay, yeah, it was rather rude. Oh, okay. Oh, ow, owie. Ow. There we go.
He'll stop us from the door.
Make sure we're not missing anything here. I think we are. Where do you take me? Back outside. Okay. So we are not missing anything then. Nope. Oh, it's like a cauldron. Oh fuck, I have to override it. Hold on. Oh shit. Oh, is that a thunder draw? That'd be a thunder draw. Ooh, that was type spooky. Okay. That was rather rude too. Okay. Okay. He's an angry boy. Shoot him in his stupid face. Okay. Okay. Doesn't want to die. Oop, need arrows. You know what? Shoot him with this. There we What the fuck?
I don't put much stock in songs and deeds, but that battle was a verse worth singing.
Now, Aloy, the door. Can you open it?
Let's find out.
Years have passed since I stood here. Since then, the daemon has taken over.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits, lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise. All right. Let's go.
Yes, finish this.
Okay. Time to continue on.
All right. Here we go.
Explore the cauldron.
This way.
Oh, this is trippy.
I'm with you, brother.
Alright, we have to get over there.
Only as long as we have to.
I need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
Okay.
Can't see a way to close the vent. I'll have to go over.
There we go.
Better time this right.
Ow. Oh, it just sends me off. Oh, I have to wait for it. Okay. The giant of an arrow sticking out of it. There we go.
These conveyors should get me across.
Okay.
Oh, she's in the air!
Oh, it just sent me off. How do I do that? Okay.
This should get me up there.
It's dangling.
Okay.
I feel like that was useless.
Does. That did it. Here they come.
There we go. Now they can get through.
Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge.
So I have to jump back up there? That's what you're telling me? What the fuck? Oh, okay. You just double hit. That works too. Just caught me off guard. I definitely have to jump over there, so me doing all that, nothing. There we go. Hiya!
Okay, let's get them across.
Okay.
Come on over, it's safe. I think.
I think. It's over here. Creatures of Terror. To Gino Bruno from Joshua Artis. They're onto us. Just kidding, they have no idea what we're doing up here. Mention of Firebreak by name is worrisome though. See below. Report. Plague-ridden animals on the loose in America's most loved park. A Hollow Chatter exclusive. Yellowstone's gates have now stood closed for 15 years to the sorrow of hikers, campers, and birdwatchers. For ages, no one knew why, but now Hollow Chatter has the answer. A scientist interviewed for the story explains it all. In the die-off years, Yellowstone Park was one of Earth's few relatively unspoiled ecosystems, shares the scientist. This made it an ideal testing ground for bioterror weapons. Hollow Chatter has obtained copies of data showing that the US government used Yellowstone Park's animals for secret experiments with deadly genetically, oh my god, altered viruses tested on the park's wildlife and easily spread to humans. Rumor has it that this project is codenamed Firebreak. After the deadly Naysay Doom attack in 2039, countries cracked down on genetic testing. But even as it became illegal, research on synthetic plays continue under the radar in many jurisdictions. The scientist we interviewed says, over the years, people living close to Yellowstone Park have at various times reported spotting military-grade drones near their homes. These drones are believed to patrol the park's borders, shooting down deceased deer and contaminated coyotes before they wander into nearby towns and data corrupted. You never know. Anything else down here? No. Alright, let's push on.
This place looks more like the mountain used to be before the Damon warmed it.
Exploit successful. Restraints abated. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Traceroutes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build positive recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to this.
The spirit speaks to us. It's a recording. Hephaestus. It was part of Zero Dawn, part of Gaia.
This name?
Yes. I don't know what it's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if it left more messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's keep moving.
What the fuck?
I thought about just shutting it down, but I can't risk it being disoriented or even damaged on reboot. How do you tell the emotional equivalent of a child? I mean, she will need to go into a coma, maybe for years. What exactly is she going to wake up to?
Okay. Yeah. What the fuck?
Machines. They are made. As the spirit said.
Type of shit.
I'll try to find a way through.
Okay, a lot of angry machines. Okay, I was safe here until I was no longer safe. Ow. Okay, I forgot they can hit 3 times, because why not? Ow. Okay, I'm getting bullied. Oh, there's another one. This is just lovely. We love that. Yeah, loser. Eat it. Okay, so they just keep swinging until they hit you, huh? There's literally no way of knowing how many times they're gonna swing. Oh my god. Oh my god. These might be top 5 most annoying enemies in the game. Like, actually, I don't think anything comes in close to them. I'd rather deal with the bear dudes than these. Okay. Killed 15 Scorchers. What an amazing achievement. Love it. 10 out of 10. Okay, go across. Keep jumping over. Can you, there we go. Almost met death. Okay. Oh, I have to. Okay.
I need to get away and Artok across.
I just realized I'm just standing there.
Should do it?
Yeah. Hey, you guys gonna come?
And now it's
Oh. All right. MIE assessment. Assessment form for classification of machine artificial intelligence. Confidential and proprietary to the MIE. No part of this document may be disclosed to a third party. Subject Cyan, Firebreak Facility, assessment date June 7th, 2062. Summary: third test, subject sentience is assessed at 0.54 within legal limits. Weighted against the results of other tests, the subject's prior score of 0.61 is considered a false positive. Assessment derived from percentile scores in the following qualitative subtests: pain response, human response, emotional aptitude, aesthetic evaluation, morality evaluation. See attached forms for detailed analysis and summary of testing criteria. Evaluator recommendation: maintain biannual assessment schedule. Continue monitoring is strongly advised in light of subject's proximity to category maximum sentience. Okay. Oh shit. Yeah, it's not terrifying at all.
There's another console.
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the daemon, and it may have found one.
Okay. Almost ran right by that.
November 28th. Operation Enduring Victory is all over the news. The Pharaoh swarm is coming. Has to be what Anita is trying to hide Firebreak from. But that means she thinks we'll lose. That the swarm will reach Yellowstone. My God. In that scenario, pretty much everyone dies. Everyone except Cyan.
Okay.
Machine parts. Dumped here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over. Again.
I was like, hello?
I wonder if I can destroy
Okay. I'm up here now. I don't know what that does for me, but... Okay. Jump over. Jump over. Over here. Jump over here. All right. Jump over here. Hold to override.
That should cut off the vent up there.
Okay.
Systems are too stable.
That's terrifying. What the fuck? Oh, big brain. Okay, and over we go. Take you out. Gotta wait for that to come back out. Jump on. Come on. Here we go. Now we're here. We jump up here. Take you out. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. There we go.
Alright, I'll grab a ride.
Now we wait. Okay. Okay, now we wait. Definitely failed visibly jumping on that one. There we go. Off here.
The others will have a lot easier time.
There we go. Now we wait.
This looks like the old path. We're close now.
One last exchange with Nia. Via chat, attached to this entry in case anyone ever finds this. I'll never see her again. Neither will Cyan. And I've got to tell her that too.
It's kind of sad. Blast from the past to Joshua from Isla. Josh, sweetie, I hope all fine with you and your mom. We really should keep in better touch. I've taken a post in New Zealand with that program that you've got for young people returning to the country. They want to be absolutely certain it's safe. At the moment, I'm making a survey of the caldera of Taipo. Blast from the past, indeed. At any rate, I don't know if you already saw in the Wyoming news hollow, but remember that fellow Dodd Blevins? Of course you do. Well, they finally found what became of him. I've copied the good bit below. Hugs and snogs, Isla. Spring thaw reveals body of missing man. The retreat of the winter snows has brought closure to a missing persons case that went unsolved for nearly 15 years. Human remains identified as those as Dodger The Blevins, who disappeared in 2046, were located at the Purple Mountain inside the former Yellowstone National Park. The previously undisclosed body emerged on Purple Mountain as a result of meltwater flows after an unusually warm winter. It was discovered by federal servitors conducting a survey of the terrain. Authorities believed that the cause of death was an accident involving an antique vehicle designed for winter trav. And data corrupted.
Voice of the demon. The altar. Desecrated.
Cyan Access. As acting chief digital security officer and interim AI administrator for the Firebreak project, I hereby state to have updated the orbicular pattern for the Cyan regulatory AI on 17th September 2064, according to the procedure to ensure against tampering, meddling, disarranging, or outlandish mischief of any kind, such as with previous updates. After the source node has been activated, the remaining data nodes must be pathed to establish a flow between adjacent intact nodes to then connect back with the source node. Thanks, Jorgen.
Is the spirit present? Or only the demon?
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
One of these things again, huh? Well, it goes over here. So what if I went... Oop, oop, oop.
Possible security threat detected.
Oop.
Analyzing scrutiny matrix.
Oop. 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 Oh, it's gotta end there. So it's gotta be like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Gotta be like that, which means you need to go like so. You like so. And you.
Security threat confirmed.
Okay. And then. Boom.
Preparing countermeasures.
Damn. There we go.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the blue light. It's Aurea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raid the signal strength. One has been exposed, but I am
Unauthorized protocol returned to scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Onwards!
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
Continue forward.
Okay. Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower is for?
Push forward. RIP shield.
New
shit.
unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
New machine Fireclaw, an enormous prototype machine that circulates molten fluids for its attacks and defensive capabilities. It is extremely lethal. Hey, we love that. Okay. What if I just, do a little yamin on it? Okay, very angry. He's an angry boy. He's an angry boy. He's an angry boy. This man is shooting fire at me. Oh my god. Alright, now to fuck him up. Oh, well, that didn't last long. Oh my god. It's angry. What the hell?
We must.
Ow. Ow. Yeah, he's angry, alright. What the hell? Yep. Oh, hey, angry boy. We're just gonna keep chucking these things at you. Somehow hit me. Okay. Ow. Damn it.
Repair the machine.
There we go. Okay. Somehow hit me. Shoot it! Oh my god. That was, interesting.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative. Running our network.
Araya! Don't!
Spirit! Cyan, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
Oh, shit. Run!
One of those?
It's the only way! Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Banukai! Rhea's gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the shaman's path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Okay. Well, we have to return to Araya's retreat, which we will go and do real quick. Let's head on over there.
All of my interactions with Araya were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss. Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell. And after that, the dark. and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
Okay.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Jesus, a lot of questions.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Araya's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh's servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
There's a ruin east of here full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to
the scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while, at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
All right.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here.
I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone.
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep. Wake up. And protect whoever's left. Will you try?
I understand, Dr. Chow, and I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities.
Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud.
I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow?
Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
Okay. Let's go talk to Aratak. Obviously this episode probably going to be a 2-hour episode. I debated splitting it, but all kind of runs together. So I figure we'll do one long episode to call it a end to our journey to this game. We'll talk to my mans.
What warmth feels like out here.
My chieftain.
Just Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus, all very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. His minds on their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life, aberrant life, transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
All right. Well, there is one quest left, which is out of the forge, and it is an errand, which I'm not 100% too concerned with. I just want to do one last glance around the map, make sure nothing like new popped up, which I don't think anything did. Yeah, so it's just that one last errand left. I think I won't be including that. It's just simple errand, just gotta kill some shit. But yeah, that will be it for the Frozen Wilds DLC, and concludes our time in Horizon Zero Dawn. I very much hope you guys enjoyed. I have absolutely loved this game, and I'm very thrilled, or excited, to play the next one whenever it drops on PC. So we'll see when that is. I will update you guys. For now, I currently have a God of War playthrough going on the channel that has been running alongside this one. Please be sure to go check it out. I'm absolutely loving that game, and yeah, we'll see how long that takes me to beat that one. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button if you did, and hit the notification bell to get alerted when the next video for God of War goes live. And with all of that out the way, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you, and peace.